Hello guys, what is up? We're back again, and today, if you remember, I did this clip last time, and we're back with a One Punch Man manga, and I'm doing this clip. So basically, this showerhead guy sprays Garou with the water, basically, and then Garou like he blocks it with like water rock smashing fists, then parries it, and then punches the showerhead guy in the face, which is kind of crazy. Then I had like this cool image of Sakuga, like when he dodges him and then the big fist comes down, like it like a weird camera angle. So like I'm planning to do that, and then Garou's face as he does like the bombs technique basically. So yeah, that little sequence basically, and then straight into this one where he's like he clashes fists with the super rat, that's his name by the way, and then the his power like spirals all the way up his arm, and it's pretty cool. And the animate just was like quick. I'll show like some images of it, like what I'm competing with. Alright guys, so we have our first image here. So basically we're just going to try to like trace over Garou, but not like trace, just get a rough outline of his design basically. Just get a rough outline, not actually draw the details on him, just some stuff to make it obvious, like for example the cutout of his shirt for like his chest, his hairline so his hair doesn't mess up with his face, and his eyes, you know, so just to make things simpler. So just get our like a rough design of his character, move that character, and then when the rough design is fully animated I could add the details after, which is a simple way how to animate high detailed things, I guess. Alright guys, so around here I was just, you know, getting Garou colored. What I did before, I was basically just making Garou do a slight turn. I think it was about maybe 4 frames at maybe 5 at most, for him to just turn slightly to the showerhead guy. I'm just finding the right colors to do his shirt and everything. By the way, this video is cooked. I have to improvise most of the audio because my audio is either corrupted or just completely lost. I don't know where my audio is. So these audios that you're hearing right now is after everything is done and I'm improvising basically. But yeah, I'm just coloring Garou and basically just, yeah, Garou's basically done. Just the showerhead guy left now. So yeah. Alright guys, so we just colored the water and everything, and now we're moving on to our next scene, which is this. which is Garou parrying the water. I don't know what you call this, kind of deflecting the water so it doesn't touch it. I'm pretty sure the water is either very hot or it's either like has chemicals in there. So I don't know if Garou blocking with his hand was the smartest move, but anyways, just trace it in, get a rough outline. Of course, I know people in the comments will say that I'm tracing and stuff like that, but I just get rough outlines and then I do my own detail to the character. The only detail that I'll keep is the eyes, and yeah, basically I was just trying to get the trajectory since it goes in a full circle. So I was trying to see which direction the hand starts in and which direction it finishes in. So the arrow is where it's going, and yeah, basically. It's not a true circle either, it's like an oval too. So yeah, it was kind of hard to figure out how to start this, but eventually I got the hang of it, so yeah. So what I did basically, I just drew the Garou first without the hand moving, like drew him without the moving part of his hand as a background basically, and have him move, and then drew the hand in a completely different layer to have that move. So it's pretty interesting, but yeah.
Vem caixa tá preparada pra fuder sua safada. Vem sentando na piroca, sua piranha safada. Vem, vem fuder, 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 vem, vem fuder. Vai xerequinha, toma, 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 toma. 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 Vem, vem fuder, 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 vem, vem fuder. Hoje eu vou te pegar, te deixar de perna, vamos. Hoje eu vou te pegar, vou te deixar de perna, vamos. Vai xerequinha, toma, 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 toma. Vai xerequinha, toma, 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 toma. Vem, vem fuder, 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 vem, vem fuder. Vem caixa tá preparada pra fuder sua safada.
Alright guys, so right about here I finished the rough drawing and put all the detail and the coloring basically. I'm pretty sure even if I'm not doing this improvised way of talking, I would have cut out this. I'm pretty sure I did cut it out. But anyways, yeah. Right now I'm just did the detail on the body and basically doing the hand now. So did the body first, and now I only have to focus on the hand with the complex weights like done basically. My hand is like way shorter than the actual hand in the manga, but it looks better this way to me at least. If I drew the hand as big as the manga did it, it would look really weird in animation, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I did it this way. But this one this didn't look very good, so I deleted this version. So yeah, just trust the process basically. We just have to make it go in a circle without it not looking too weird. And he's also deflecting water, so we have to keep that in mind. Alright guys, so the movement was good, but I just add a blur effect on everything basically, just to give it a more illusionist feeling of motion. It's not blur, it's smudge, sorry, a smudge effect on it. And now I just animated the water basically, animated the water and then made the like a line follow Garou's hand, and then while the hand is coming around the water separates basically. So it's what is it, acceleration, basically slow into fast. So the water slowly moves with Garou's hand and then it disperses when it's almost around basically. It's, yeah, you guys should understand by just looking at what's going on. So yeah. Alright guys, we're back after a very long, not very long, but like couple hours, like no, a lot of hours. So this is all we have so far. Let me just show you. Oh, it's lagging. Hold on. Did it stop? It hasn't really stopped, but that's what we got. I would say the anime maybe did this part better. Like, not, no, wait, what am I saying? The anime didn't do this part. No, they did. Oh my god, this is literally trying to do better than the anime. Okay, my bad. Yeah, the anime did this part better, especially when he swirled his hand around the water. It was very fast in the anime though, very fast. So I might speed this up, this part up. I might speed that part up. But basically, the next scene is Garou punches the shower head. But so I think I need to make this that's already animated move again. So I'll need to trace this out to make him wind up for a punch. Oh my god, this is gonna be hell. I'm gonna make this that's already been animated punch basically, and I don't know how I'm gonna really do that. As I said, I started animation basically self-taught, and I don't know some of the simple stuffs. So I basically just go by the flow, and yeah, that's pretty much all I do. So it might be kind of hard to do this. But let's start. We have to get the frame though. Okay, guys, I am actually extremely impressed with myself for what I did there. I literally said before I even started this that I'm bad at like basic animation. Not bad at it. It's just that I never practiced animation as an actual thing. I'm self-taught, but I did this really well in my opinion. Look at that. Even the perspective on the punch. Look at this frame, bro. The perspective and everything is just amazing, bro. In my opinion. But bro, holy crap! I'm impressed with myself that I did this. So it should flow perfectly off of what happened before, as you can see. Hold on. Boom. Wait. Oh damn. So you see, it flows perfectly because I traced the previous image. Okay, so let me go here. Oh yo, yo! Oh my gosh, yo, it's perfect, bro. It's perfect. Oh my gosh. I even have the whole body tilt and everything. Yo, I'm so impressed with myself. Holy shit. So it's gonna end here and then he's gonna punch the shower head guy, bro. Yeah, I'm so impressed with myself that I did this shit. I'm not even gonna hold you. Oh my god. But you know what's gonna ruin me right now? I'm gonna have to draw his face every frame with expression, and I'm gonna have to draw all the band-aid on him. I mean the clothes on him, which is, you can see how that's gonna be a headache. So yeah, that's the only thing that's gonna ruin this. I'm actually gonna do all the detail off camera. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to you when I have to actually draw Garou punching the guy. Guys, this is how it looks now. I finished everything, the detail, the coloring, and whoop! Finally! Yo, it looks so good, bro. It looks so good. Gee, this took so long. I was so like optimistic about this too, you know. I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little AI, and the reason why it does it's because, hold on, let me show you. You just saw it there. The background zooms in. Basically, he was going a bit closer to the camera, so I purposefully made the background zoom in. So that's why it looks AI, I guess. I don't know. In my opinion, it looks a slightly bit AI, but I just basically zoomed in the background and then made it stop when he punches, and then it will transition straight into the next frame. Some shots of Garou's face might look weird, but when it plays fast, you don't even realize. So yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, two scenes has taken me about what, 3 days. So yeah, time to move on to our next scene finally. Alright guys, this is the next frame I have to adapt, and geez, there's nothing challenging because I would just like kind of trace it a little and then do my own detail. But I have to make it move. You know, I said I'm trying to make it look better than the anime, so I have to actually make it look pretty good because this was actually one of the best scenes in the anime. Even Nicholas Light, the One Punch Man hater, he did like a little gasp when this scene played. So I gotta make it look better somehow, which I don't think I will achieve. I'm gonna be honest. I just want it to get really close. So the punch has already been thrown, so I can't oh wait, whoa. Yo! It, it's basically already animated, bro. What the hell? Okay, I think I have an idea. It punches and then it zooms out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I guess a screen shake if it's even possible with a zoom out. So yeah, a punch and then a fast zoom out, and then maybe he flings him with the you know when you punch, your punches still goes forward. So if you're punching somebody, they're gonna go forward with your punch. He's gonna punch him away, and then we're gonna transition into our last scene. No, our second to last scene. This is our third to last scene right now. So yeah, man, this is one of the longest videos ever. So let's start, I guess. guys, it's done. Just 6 frames, I think. So 1, Garou punches. 2, brings him a bit closer. 3, closer again. Boom, really close. Boom, really really close, and then boom, it's in your face. So like 6 frames. Boom, but in animation it looks a little weird, I won't lie. Even here, it looks like it skips a frame. Hold on, I need to fix this. Hold on, hold on. I think it would be like that. Yeah, that looks better. It doesn't look like it skips a frame then. Yeah, I think so. But look, animation is kind of fast. It's a little fast. Yeah, so I'm going to put this in 2s or 3s just to make it obvious that Garou punched bro. Like, especially here, might add extra frame too. But now I just need to add the detail, which isn't that much here, so I should be okay. But again, I'm just going to do the detail off camera because you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to add the cracks to this guy's mask. I'm going to color, and I'm going to add the strips on Garou's clothes, maybe some stuff in his hair, and add facial expression to his attacks. That's all. Alright guys, I'm finished with the detailing stuff. Yeah, it's a bit weird to end on, but here we go. This is it. Boom, I added a zoom, so it starts off like this and then goes like this. Just more of an impact, as you can see. Boom, impact, boom, impact, boom, impact. And I also added the little zoom, as I said. It was hard to do this since I had to make 3 separate layers zoom in at the same time. So yeah, but I added 2 zooms, 1, 2, and then go straight into this. So yeah. So we have our zoom. Flows a bit smoother now. Now everything flows a bit smoother, so that's good. Really, really good. So we're gonna go straight into our next scene, but I forgot we actually have to do the background. Gee, drawing this was not fun. I won't lie, not fun. Alright guys, we're here and everything's colored in. I managed to get the speed lines. Don't ask how I got these speed lines. Well, you can. I downloaded it off Google and then put it in layer 1. And then basically just turned it away so it looked like it's moving, but it's the same image. But I turned it in a way every image so it looks like it's moving. So let me play it for you. There you go. You guys tell me if it looks good or not. Luckily, it's very easy to remove if it looks bad. So tell me if it looks good or not in the comments. I can change it, I guess, but I just don't know what background to really put. Because if I put the background that's here, I don't know if the background would be moving as well with this punch. It doesn't really look like it would be moving, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna go on to my second image. Alright guys, here's our next frame here. This isn't the entire frame, but this is what we're gonna start off with. So basically this, then it zooms out, and then it zooms out again. Basically, so this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna animate this, put it in maybe 2s, and then this again in the other 2, and then it's gonna zoom out to this. Maybe our other zoom out would really work here, because I think other zoom out would really help. But I tried all the zoom out and it just didn't look really good. I don't know. That should work, right? Oh, that does work. Yeah, that looks almost flawless. Okay. Okay, that's okay. So once it zooms out, which will be 8 frames, he's going to start throwing down the punch. And then we're going to zoom into Garou's face, and then he's going to do the final attack, and this is finally finished. So without further ado, let's start to work. Alright guys, here it is, the colored version. Oh, let me play for you. Very, very fast, that's why it's going to be very slowed down. So the first image here, copy and paste that. And then we're going to go to this guy. I already see something wrong. We're going to assume where's foot is. If I get this right, subscribe. Damn. Subscribe anyways. We're kind of close to 1,500 subs. 2 subs away actually. Okay, so we're going to move him up a little. Go up. Okay. Now we're going to move him again. Oh, wait. Hold on, let me move him first. Now let me copy this. Boom. Okay, wait. First of all, let me put this. I'm gonna make the first image 3 frames. Yeah, 3 frames. Okay. So 3 frames into 2, meaning this is our next frame. Okay. Okay. Copy that. Boom. Bro's just flying to space at this point. Okay. Now here. Let's see if this is fitting together. It is. Okay, good. What the hell is this? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Copy and paste. Boom. Okay. That's that. Now we're going to put him in every frame here. I don't know if this is going to... Yeah, this is probably going to be slowed down as well. And now we're going to get Garou. Garou barely moves. He only moves 4 times in this thing. But this is like the only acceptable way to use a PNG. Like attack coming or something, you know? Yeah. Who's Garou? 6, right? Okay, yeah. Garou's in the 6th layer. I can just copy the entire page and then put it here since it's only Garou being copied. Okay. You'd be surprised at how much anime uses PNGs. It's just not very obvious, like the way One Punch Man does it. So let's play. Yeah, that looks alright. But we missed the thing that causes this, of course, the impact. Alright, let me copy this. Every frame gets copied. If it doesn't work, I'll just delete it. But this should make it. This should build up. What do you call it? Anticipation. This should build up anticipation a lot. So yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's play it together. There we go. The zoom in looks a bit rough, I won't lie. The zoom in looks a little rough. I wanted this to look like really good Sakuga, but it looks just... It's interesting, I won't lie, it's interesting. Making the zoom out fix would be very hard as well, since I have to move 3 individual images to give the illusion of a zoom effect. Well, it's not really an illusion, it's actually zoom. But it would just be hard to do that, very hard to do that. Alright guys, we're back and we added... What did we add that I didn't show? Glow effect to the eyes, smoke around the fist to exaggerate the impact that's going to happen. Not really. And then the background, of course. Here is the wall, and this is the ceiling. So it's a kind of perspective shot. I haven't watched it yet, so let me see how it looks. Oh, also fragments of his getting cracked, and also this impact thingy going. So yeah, let's play. W. That looks good. Okay. I don't know who did that better, me or the anime. I haven't watched back the anime episode to compare these yet. So yeah. We're gonna go to our next scene finally. Our finally second to last scene. This isn't our second to last scene, it's our third to last scene. So let's go. Alright guys, we're here and this is our next panel need to be adapted. And this has been 3 days now, and if what I heard is true about the One Punch Man anime only having 6 months to do the entire thing, wow. I actually really appreciate episode 5. Like, I'm actually impressed with how episode 5 looks if they had only 6 months to do that. That's what I've heard. I'm not sure if it's true. But yeah, anyways, to make this look better, I'm actually not going to really do what the manga did. I'm actually going to take a bit of improvisation because it looks better this way, kinda, in my opinion. But of course, you know, we have to do some, what is it, improvisation, since all of his body isn't showing, and we can't just have him in the panel like this. You know, we have to draw his rest of his body. So we're going to do that, of course. Let's go. Alright guys, just coloring oh my god. Jeez, just coloring in everything right now, and we're actually gonna do a big change here. If you see, this is this way, right? We're actually gonna switch him. Let me show you what I mean. We're gonna put him actually this way. If you get what I wait, why? Wait, why doesn't he go the other? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna move him over here when we're done because it does fits better. I'll explain why it fits better. But we're just gonna finish the coloring. By the way, guys, when you're animating, do not touch this audio thing by accident. Every time I touch it and then I come back out, it zooms in my screen permanently, and I have to zoom it back out. So yeah, don't touch that. Alright, anyways, let's continue. Oh, by the way, I forgot to add. I draw the facial details, I draw a bit of details in the hair, of course the band-aids, I mean his clothes, I keep calling the band-aids, the blood on his face, everything moves except for the eyes and the nose. Oh, I forgot something, I actually forgot something. Okay. This is about how dark the blood is going to be. The darker, the more real it looks. Okay. Got that. And then we're just going to copy this to every frame. No reason to move this, literally. Since the face stays the same shape, since I wanted to avoid inconsistency, so the face stays the exact same. Thus his mouth moves and the blood, and of course his hair, obviously. Everything moves except for his face and his eyes. So yeah. Alright, now we're going to get the color that I use here. By the way, this entire challenge I haven't actually watched what the anime did in their version, this entire challenge, and I just watched it and I honestly think like I'm doing some parts better, genuinely, but also some parts may be worse as well. I don't know. You guys will be the ones to decide. I don't even know if anybody's still here. If you are still here in the video, leave a pink or a green heart. Any one of those. Pink or green heart, bro. If you're still here. That's like actual legend status if you're still here, just so you know. Alright, we just need to finish with this. Alright guys, it's done. All the coloring detail has been added. And if you're wondering why I didn't color the fingernails, it's because I have a little idea here. So, how we're gonna add the whirlwind cut? I don't remember the exact name. But how we're gonna animate this one is, so it's pink, right? Or I think it's kind of crimsonish. So kind of like this color, I think. Yeah. Let's see if Okay, let's do it in layer 4 because I might have to use this. Hold on. Okay, so let's also, oh wait, let's do my little copy technique here. Or do I make it different? So this is going to be here. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Just to see. It's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad. Okay, let's rock with that. Okay, so let's do this. So this is going to coat every finger. And then basically we're just going to flow it around. We're just going to follow his movements and then still keep it in a trail. Wait, the hand is turning this way. This hand is going up. These fingers are going down. So the trail of this one would also... Okay, still the same. Okay, good, 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 good. Now color it in. Boom. Now we just turn on our onion and then we're just going to trace this basically and just make it look good. So let's go. Alright guys, it's done. Let's see how it looks. Oh! Yo! Yo! It actually looks really good. Yo! Okay, that's really really good. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Let me do what I planned now. Hold on. Yo, I'm really happy with that, how that turned out. Okay, now we're gonna go bright pink. Well, it's not really pink, but yeah. And then we're gonna color in his fingernails. Garou turn a little zesty here. It's just like highlighting his fingernails, you know, just to give that extra look of appeal, I guess. Like, you know how in a fire the center would be completely white, or I guess blue. That's what's happening here. I'm also going to add something else as well, if I can, if it lets me. But even leaving it here is just fine. This looks really good. This can stay in ones mostly. I'm just going to put the first 2 frames in twos. So yeah. Alright, here we go. Whoosh, yo! I love this. This looks really good. Okay, so we're going to do what I planned first. But let's see. Let's turn everything though. Wait, please tell me these turn as well. If I turn this, right? Will this turn as well? Please turn. Shit. Ah, I have a fix already, okay. Don't worry, I already know how to fix this. Basically, all I have to do is, let's turn you back. All I have to do is put... Wait. Ah, shoot. This is annoying. This is really annoying. Alright guys, turns out it was a really easy fix. I just flipped the image, but like it was hard to map it to the claw, to his hands. But some of these automatically mapped while some of them just stayed where they were and flipped. So I had to put some of them where they were, but most of them just went where they... Oh, it's so hard to explain. They fixed themselves basically. Alright, now we're going to go here, which is this really interesting thing I learned. Now we're going to go into the stars. Where's the stars? Sparkles. Now we're going to get reddish. Sorry for the notification. Kind of ready, I guess. Yeah, you see that? Hold on. Okay guys, this is a recording thingy again. This is like while I'm editing. I'm so tired, by the way. But yeah, I just added the background and I added a little shading to the wall, lighting to the wall, to make it give more effects work. So yeah, just added the background, looks very close actually. But yeah, added the background, add a little light to the wall just to give it that little pizzazz, I guess. So yeah. Alright guys, honestly I wasn't going to record this part, I was going to cut this part out of the video, but I'm just going to show you what I do it in snippets because I know the video is probably getting really long now. So if you're still here, drop orange heart if that even exists. So yeah, alright, or you can just type orange heart. So we made Garou do the punch, and then we made his hair move. So he punches and you know the gravity goes forward, so his hair goes back, and then when it hits, you know, like if for example a car crashes, they're going to fly forward. So when his hand hits, making it stop, the gravity is going to push his hair back forward. So that's what we did. Let me play it for you guys. Boom. So yeah, that's what I did there. So now we're going to animate the super rat over here. Alright guys, I animated the punch. Let me turn off this layer. Oh, not that layer. So here's the punch. So first, build anticipation for the punch. So I made 4 frames of this charging up, and then it launches at, and then boom. So yeah, that's what I did. Anticipation into the punch. Anticipation, punch. Anticipation is not really a punch, but yeah. So now we're just going to do all the effects, and I'm just going to show you after. I'm just going to show you the final product. So no more showing results. I'm just going to show you the final result. So yeah.